So good evening, dear students. Okay, hope you understand the last sessions with the introduction to salary part. So in last sessions, we learn about when income from salary will going to be eligible under taxable purpose. So we have to be satisfied two condition. One thing is first condition is we have to be satisfied there should be a relationship between employer and employee, and second condition is whatever the consideration if it which is paid by the employer to an employee, it should be paid out of the employment, not for any other purposes. So I also given certain some kind of examples also. At the same time, we learn certain characteristics or features of salary also. So that means income tax will not going to be always there should be an relationship between employer and employee, and will not going to be discriminate whether it is a wages or salary received by an individual. So both are will going to be treated as the same. And at the same time, whether you are receiving the salary from former employer, prospective employer or present employer, will not a bother, will going to be taxable for as same treatment will going to be taken into consideration. And at the same time, if you are receiving the salary on due basis or receipt basis, whichever is early will going to be taken into consideration for the taxable purpose. Always when you are calculating the income from salary will going to be taken into consideration of gross income rather than take home salary or net income, net salary. So these all are the topics we covered in last sessions. So in these sessions we're going to be learn certain kind of what is salary, which will going to be includes exactly. So we normally think that if an employee if it is joined to the any particular organization, so we're going to be think only as an employee will going to be get the salary. So it is answer is no. So you're going to be get number of monetary benefits or non-monetary benefits from the employer. Okay, so such things will going to be learned today. So very important, and you're going to be learn too many things in these sessions. I will going to be sure that one I will going to be given 100% confidence. Okay, let's start the sessions. So salary will going to be defined under section 17 of the Income Tax Act 1961. Salary, it includes all these things. Okay, all these monetary benefits which is provided by the employer to an employee. So we should know each and every terminology. What do you mean by salary? What do you mean by dearness allowances? What do you mean by gratuity? What do you mean by pension? What do you mean by PF? So this all terminology is very important, right? Because if you in future after graduation graduates you all will going to be join any kind of particular company, or else if you becoming a particular entrepreneur or an a owner of particular company, you should know what kind of consideration I need to pay to my employees. So that's why both the point of view as a employer and employee point of view, this terminologies are very important. And whatever now we are learning here, so it will going to be ultimately helpful for your solving the problem. So let's listen the concept carefully. So if you have any doubts, always you can free to ask. Okay, let's start the sessions. So basic salary. So what do you mean by basic salary? Whenever the employee, if it is joining any kind of particular job in a particular organization, always the employer will going to be fix a basic salary for him. So the employer may pay the basic salary in two ways. One is due basis, another one is receipt basis. So in last session only we understood the what is the differences between due basis and receipt basis. So what is the differences between due basis? Due basis is nothing but, for example, if I am working the entire April month, I will not going to be receive that April month salary in the April month only. I will going to be receive the next month of the first week. That means May first week I will going to be get that salary of the April month. That is called as a due basis. Okay, so receipt basis is nothing but, for example, if I am working entire April day, I will going to be get this salary in the same month at the end of the week particular month. Let's take it as an example as a April 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, like that. At that dates will going to be get the salary. That is called as a receipt basis. So how to calculate basic salary means whichever is early, if you are receiving the salary, that one is going to be taxable into consideration. For example, if you are receiving the salary on due basis X, it is if it is which one, this one is early, will going to be taken into consideration of this one. If it is this one is early, will going to be taken into consideration of this one. So keep in mind, so basic salary will going to be fixed by an employer to an employee for his work done in the particular organization. He may going to be pay the salary in two ways. One is receipt basis and another one is due basis. Receipt basis is nothing but an employee will going to be get the salary of the particular month in the same month at the end of the week, like fourth week or fifth week, like that. But due basis is nothing but the particular employee will going to be get the salary of the particular month next month of the first week. That is called as a due basis. So whichever is will going to be comes as a hourly, that one will going to be taken into consideration for calculation purpose. Understood, right? So this is called as a basic salary. Okay, next one is the DNS alliances or DNS pay. What is DA or DP or DNS alliances or DNS pay is nothing but, so normally when I am joining the work particular organization, they will going to be fix the salary at the initial stage only, right? So they will going to be revise that salary after 1 year. So until they will not going to be revise your salary every month, right? So they will going to be revised once in a year or once in a 2 years. So it depends upon the nature of the organization. But in the market, the prices are will going to be fluctuate, right? The product and services. So demand, because of demand forces, the product prices may will going to be decreases, it may going to be increases. So because of inflation. So right. So in order to cope up with, but my salary has been fixed at 10,000, but during the year some kind of due to inflation the prices are very high, so it is very difficult to as a normal employee to sustain in the society. So that's why every organization will going to be pay along with basic salary, you will going to be pay the DNS alliances. It is like a extra amount will going to be paid to an employee to every month in order to cope up with in order to adjust it with inflation. That is called as an DNS alliances or DNS pay. So DNS alliances or DNS pay is nothing but it is an extra or additional amount which is paid by the employer to an employee in order to adjust it or in order to cope up with an inflation, because day by day the prices will going to be increases or decreases. So in order to cope up with inflation and deflation, so we're going to be provide additional amount to an employee. So that is called as a DNS pay or DNS alliances. Understood, right? So we now learn basic salary. Basic salary either they may pay at due basis or receipt basis, and DNS alliances mainly in order to adjust it with inflation. Next, the employer will not going to be provide not only you will going to be provide to an employee as a basic salary, not in DNS alliances, he will also provide some kind of fees, commission, bonus, and advance salary also will going to be provided to an employee. You heard about, if for example if your father is working in a particular organization, some kind of he will going to be you will going to get at the end of the month as a salary, right? But some emergency he required money at the middle of the month. Let's take it as example, on 15th of the April is required emergency fund. So the employee is having an option to take an advance salary out of his monthly salary. He can take the advance salary. So in this option is also is there in the organization. He can take the advance salary in the particular organization. And also he will going to be, for example, if he is a salesman or he is doing in marketing salesman, if he is selling more product in the market based on his skills, by using skills, so they will going to be provide an additional commissions to an employee in order to motivate that particular employee. And also bonus. So bonus also will going to be provided to an employee in order to increasing the efficiency, in order to motivate employee, and in order to create a good environment in that particular organization. So all these benefits will going to be provided by an employer to an employee. So this is also will going to be included under the salary. So I already told, for example, if the advance salary, if it is received by the employer, so I already told the employer will going to be pay the salary either due basis or receipt basis. So which one will comes early, that one is a taxable. If he is taking advance salary, this one is taxable. Okay, so like this we're going to be computing the taxable income from salary. So till now we discussed these three things. One is basic salary, DNS pay or DNS alliances, fees, commission, bonus, or advance salary. So in next sessions we're going to be discussed with other terminologies. So thank you, have a nice day.